What's up, everyone? Sam Brief here, the Chicago Chauffeur, and today I've got Colin Armistead. Colin, you ready?
Absolutely.
How you feel to be in the Chicago Chauffeur?
I'm excited to be here.
Okay, so this is pretty low level for Colin. He's a sophomore on the men's golf team, but Colin, you served in the Air Force.
I did.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate
of course, you're also a commercial flyer of many antique and really modern day planes. You're a stunt pilot. So driving with me in a car around Chicago is boring?
I wouldn't say boring. It's just, not as exciting as flipping upside down and pulling G.
All right, here we go. Chicago Chauffeur is off and running. All right, so Colin, you've flown a lot of planes. I've only driven cars, bikes, and sometimes Razor scooters. Tell me something about flying a plane that you know because you've done it that a guy like me would have no idea about.
You'd be surprised at how easy it actually is to fly an airplane. If we were just sitting here right now in an airplane instead of a car, I could easily give you the controls, tell you a few things about how to keep an airplane straight and level, and you'd have no issue at all with keeping the airplane in the air. You'd be completely fine actually maneuvering the airplane around. The hard part comes when you start to talk about radios, when you start to talk about, all the different things we would talk about on the ground, how you get your nerves involved. So just like playing a sport, all of a sudden when you've got a hefty crosswind and you know it's your last chance because you got a minimum fuel and all that kind of stuff, nerves start to creep in just like they do when you're playing a sport. So all of those kind of things are you might not expect out of your pilot.
Right, the mental side of it.
Exactly.
What's a lesson you learned about that?
Always be prepared. A great aviation quote is, "You never rise to the occasion, you fall back on your training." So that's why it's important to, when you're training for anything in life, really make sure you're getting game reps. Make sure you're doing everything with as much intent as possible, because you're never really going to rise to the occasion. The brain does not work that way. You fall back on what your training is.
Right, and you receive expert level training.
Absolutely. That's why you need over 250 hours of training just to become a commercial pilot, and over 1,500 hours before you can fly for an airline.
How many hours do you have lifetime?
Lifetime, I'm sitting at about 750 right now.
You fall back on your training because you have a lot of it.
Absolutely.
You're also, of course, a golfer. I mean, we've been talking for 10 minutes now and haven't even brushed the sport of golf. You're a sophomore golfer on the Chicago State men's golf squad. Why is it that you came here to Chicago State and play golf?
Well, Coach Haynes is a big part of that. I can't say enough great things about Coach Haynes. He made it really seem like a family with all the guys, too. I cannot say enough great things about the people I've surrounded myself with here. And it's truly a unique experience. Working as a pilot, I had a lot of great jobs that I worked. I had a really great one that I left in Colorado to come here. But at the end of the day, it was something where, if I'm 65 years old, am I going to care about making a little bit more money when I was 21, 22 years old? Or do I care about having the opportunity to go play Division I golf at a program like this? So that's why I'm here.
Bingo. What's it like playing Division I golf?
It's nervy.
Yeah.
It's really nervy.
Is it more nerve-wracking than flying a plane?
Oh, absolutely. That's probably just because I don't have as much golf training. It's very individualized, which I love. It's very much so on you, but at the same time, it's really a unique experience, and I'm really, really blessed to have the opportunity.
What are you studying here?
Criminal justice and political science.
And why is that?
I've always had a real interest outside of aviation in politics and the criminal justice system, so it really seemed like a good fit for me, especially being at a school as diverse as Chicago State, getting new insights on things that I'd never be able to get in a town like Denver.
You're only 22. You've had more life experience than a lot of people have in 100 years. What do you see as your next step? After I'm done with my time here at Chicago State, I currently have a couple of job offers flying wise. I'll go do something in the airlines most likely. Obviously, I'd still like to go pursue the dream of being a fighter pilot, and then something around those lines. Don't exactly have it all figured out right now, but leaving myself with a lot of good options. I can tell you'll be successful in whatever you do, Colin.
I appreciate it.
Hey, we're coming up on the corner here of 97th and MLK Drive. That means it's just about time for a Chicago Chauffeur feature the lightning round. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm really going to get to know you now. So here we go, Colin. A hard-hitting question to start. You and I are going to the movies tonight. You're going to get some candy. What's it going to be?
Peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms. I love it. What movie we watching?
Top Gun.
Okay, you're a little predictable there. Colin, obviously you're from a lot of places. What's your favorite professional sports team?
Oh, Colorado Rockies, and it's not even close.
Best Rockies memory?
I was at a Rockies game in 2017 with one of my best friends, Blake Haggerty. We watched a walk-off home run to beat the Dodgers. Ryan McMahon hit it to the right field. That's going to live in my memory forever.
Ball travels a long way at Coors Field. You must have had a lot of fun as a kid.
Absolutely.
All right, one restaurant to save. I'm eliminating every other restaurant in the world. What are you going to save?
Hometown Chipotle.
Yes! It's from Denver.
From Denver.
Yeah, that's why you say hometown. All right, I got to hear the Chipotle order.
I got to go with the chicken bowl, pretty much everything on it.
Oh, everything?
Everything.
So how do you handle that? Do you just say everything to the people?
Pretty much.
Oh, you're like the dream.
Pinto beans, white rice, and everything else.
Oh, you're the dream. Because I'm a little picky. I can't eat the cheese, so I'm going down the line kind of maniacally.
Give me everything.
Yeah, I love it. All right, hometown Chipotle is what you're going to save. We eliminated everything else. Colin, who is the greatest NBA player of all time?
I got to go with Michael Jordan on that one.
You're in Chicago. You say you want to go into politics. You're practicing your political skills with that answer. Colin, the best model of plane that you have flown?
Extreme Decathlon. It's the plane I got my commercial license in. It's the plane I became an instructor in. It's an aerobatic tailwheel airplane. It flies like an A-10. Really can't beat it.
Tell me what kind of car you drive.
I drive a Hyundai Genesis.
How does it feel to drive after doing somersaults in a plane?
A lot less thought needs to go into it.
Yeah. All right, Colin, last one for you. We're going to go on a trip right now. Anywhere in the world. I'll buy your ticket. Where do you want to go?
Right now it's pretty cold in Chicago, so I'll take Arizona.
Arizona. All right, smart man. Arizona. Although I'm looking at my dash, it's 51 degrees.
It's going to take some adjusting. This time last year I was in the Middle East, so it's a little less chilly there.
If we do this again in December, you're going to be praying for 51 degrees. Praying Absolutely. For 51. Speaking of the next time, I'm going to book you for Chicago Chauffeur Take 2. You in the driver's seat, or maybe I should say pilot seat, in the cockpit. We're up in a plane, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, next one's going to be 30,000 feet up. Hey, that's Colin Armistead. I'm Sam Brief. This has been the Chicago Chauffeur. Colin, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.